and we are going to look at an assessment. So this is part of the learner's evidence, so it's going to go into their portfolio. So firstly, let's look at the requirements. So for this, the requirement was to find the arithmetic, the sum of the 40 terms of the arithmetic sequence -7, -2, and 3. So initially, the initial part is to know how to find your points. What is given? So for example, the first term is given, and this is correct. Let me change the color pen, make it red. So the second thing is to find a common difference, and you did. So far so good. And you are also given that this is for 40 terms. So n is 40, the number of terms. And you then have to put in the formula, which you did correctly. So you are competent to know the formula and the points that go into the formula. So now we are going to look at whether you were able to substitute correctly into the formula, and D, N, and A. So you were able to calculate also correctly into the formula. However, here I'll give you a question mark because you don't have a solution. So this is 2 out of 3 because of the solution. You might have forgot, but you get punished for forgetting or being careless. So now we'll go on to the next part of the same sequence, arithmetic. However, this time we are given if 4 plus 2x, comma, second term, comma, third term are the first 3 terms of the arithmetic sequence. So again, we are doing what? Arithmetic sequence. Remember, arithmetic sequence is your linear sequence. It's also known as the numeric sequence or the straight line. So now we are going to look at finding the value of x in what we have been given as our information, term 1, 2, 3. So the formula that you need to apply for your stats is to then know that you will have 2 calculations of finding the common difference, which is the correct procedure that you will follow to be able to solve for x. And the second step would be to substitute appropriately. So term 2 minus term 1, term 3 minus term 2. So as I can see here, you've substituted correctly into the formula that you've chosen to take on. So after having done that, you need to distribute your negatives into the bracket. So you have 2 terms, you have a binomial here, a binomial there, so you must distribute to both terms. The distribution was successful. So now that you are done with that part, so now you have a situation where you have a fraction, and you don't want to have a situation where you have a fraction in your equation. So now I am gonna be able to say, okay, look, I want to get rid of the fraction. What am I gonna do? Can I multiply by 2 across, or should I just use the LCT? So for this case, I'll use the LCT. So 2 times 4. So what I'll do is I'll rewrite this part, and then I'll go 2 times 4. It's going to give me -8. So your -8 here, I'm not sure about it, but I think it's an 8. So let me give you the benefit of the doubt. And then here I'll say times 2. I'll get my 4x. That's good. So you used the correct method, because as I can see here, 5 times 2 is also 10. Times 2 is that. And then this you rewrite. So this is the correct use of what? LCT. Well done. And then the next step will be to then check if you were able to group the like terms. Okay, according to what I see, you were able to group the like terms successfully. And to the next step, where you now had to solve for x. So from these two, you found that, okay, if you transpose the 1 and the x to this side, it's going to be 1 minus 1, and then it's going to give you naught, and you will be remaining with the 6x, because this negative and this positive, when they were to go to the same side, they'd be added together, which gives you this 6x. And correct. So for this, you got your 5/5, and you are competent for your arithmetic sequence.